Hi, third grade students. Mrs. Petersdorf and I hope that this video finds you well. It's a beautiful day outside today. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and we hope you're enjoying your time out there. I have some exciting news to share with you because starting tomorrow, we are starting remote learning. This is different than the last couple of weeks that was considered distance learning because now our days are actually going to count as school attendance days, which is a great thing. So even though we're learning virtually still, these days are counting towards you being a third grader moving on to fourth grade. We will not be taking traditional grades in the sense that we would if we were in the classroom, but we are going to be measuring your engagement. So engagement is expected now, and it's no longer optional as it was the last couple of weeks. With that, Mrs. Petersdorf and I will give you a lesson, which I'll show you in a little bit how to access that. And from that lesson, you will be expected to complete the work that is on there. And then you're submitting that work, and that is how we are going to measure your engagement in our lessons. Something else that is different is that Mrs. Petersdorf and I will each host our own Google Meets office hours. So from 9 a.m. to 9:30 and 1 o'clock p.m. to 1:30 every school day, we will be hosting a Google Meets, and I'll also show you how to access that link. So for those, you can just access this to ask us questions or to show us the work that you've been doing, or even just to say hi, because you know how much we miss seeing your faces and hearing your voices. So those office hours are just a time that we are both available to answer any of your questions in real time. So I'm going to get to showing you the lesson plan and where to find it, what it looks like, and how to submit things. So let me change my screen here. Right now you should be seeing the Lombard District website. So this is where you can come each day to access the lesson plans. From this website, you will click on District 44 Distance Learning. This will bring you down to the buildings, and this is similar to what you were doing the last couple of weeks to access our choice boards. So I'm going to click on Parkview Elementary, and then this page right here is very helpful because it has our third grade tab right here, which that's where you'll find the assignments from Mrs. Petersdorf and I. But then these assignments down here are from the other teachers. Like if you see Mrs. Rodriguez or Mrs. Katz or any other specials teacher, that's where you're going to find links to their lessons. For right now, I'm going to click on third grade, and this is what comes up. So it's a calendar, and this calendar is showing you that this was yesterday and today, so these are teacher planning days. Then each day we're going to link the lesson to these dates up at the top. You can see that I've only linked tomorrow's lesson because that's what we're planning on doing. We'll link the lessons as they come. Now we do keep our traditional school calendar that was already approved, so you can see that we don't have school this Friday and we don't have school on Monday because those were already considered non-attendance days. So what you'll do for tomorrow is you'll come in here and you'll click this link. Oh, something else I do want to mention back on this page, the second page here still has those helpful links. So it tells you how to log into Clever, Typing Club if you're one of my students. And then here we have our Freckle codes for each of our classes, and also the EPIC code. My class is on here, and I believe Mrs. Petersdorf has emailed that out to all parents. For my students with EPIC, you'll type in this code, and then your password is it's a 00 followed by your classroom number. So if you are the first student, for example, your code is actually 0001. If you need help with that, I would be absolutely willing to help you with that, so just let me know. So after, like I said, we click this Wednesday, April 8th, it'll bring you to this page right here. Yours will look a little bit different than mine just because I can edit it and you won't be able to, but you'll be able to see it. So you can see here we have 2 blocks. Each day we will have 2 required blocks of time. Something else worth pointing out is that for 3rd through 5th grade, they're suggesting a minimum of 60 minutes of engagement a day to a maximum of 120 minutes of engagement per day. So that means that you should be spending about an hour to 2 hours on your work each day for our class. Our first block here is ELA, and your assignment is going to be written in this box here. For tomorrow's assignment, we have you go into Epic to read a book, and that should be found in your library button under assignments. And then after you read that, you'll be going to Google Classroom to write an essay, and there's further directions in Google Classroom for that. For math, we are continuing on by starting with Module 6. So I know that a couple of my students have moved past this, and that's okay that you've completed it because you've already done the work for this. But with that being said, you do have to do the second part of it. So the first part is going through Zearn, completing the module, the math chat, and the Tower of Power in Zearn. Then you have to go to Google Classroom and complete an exit ticket. So there's a few problems on there that you'll have to solve, and you'll be able to do that by going to that assignment, which I'll show you in a little bit. If you are an Infinity Math student, you will refer to Mrs. Rodriguez's page, and you will not be doing my math block. Then what we have done here is extended learning. So this is what I explained to you before on that other page where if you see Mrs. Rodriguez or Mrs. Katz or Mrs. Bisher or anybody else, I've linked that page again for you right here, so you can just click on that and it'll take you to those lessons. Down here, we have virtual office hours. So everything I mentioned to you about if you just want to chat with us or show us what you've been working on or ask any questions, you can come here, and both of us have linked our meets. So the 9 to 9:30 one, you would just click on this link for Mrs. Petersdorf, or the afternoon one, you can click on this link. My links are linked to the time, so if you want to join me in the morning, you can click that, and the afternoon, you can click that link. At the very bottom here, we have optional fun activities, and these are optional and they are fun in my opinion. So what that means is these are not activities that you have to do for us, but if you have some extra time and are looking for something more to do, it's just more to keep you busy and to have fun with it. So since these are optional, like I said, you don't have to do them, but there will always be options there at the bottom for you. Each of our lessons will be set up in this format. So these blocks will change depending on what the day is. This block and this block will actually stay the same, but we still have that every day for easy access for you. And then these optional fun activities will change each day as well. So now let's go in, and I want to show you Google Classroom. This is the Google Classroom for my page and for my students, and what you'll do is you'll click on this classwork page. Now Mrs. Petersdorf and I have set this up the same way, so these are the same directions for both classes. You will click over here on the side where it says remote learning. This with the remote learning, and I see that Adam's already posted something here, this will give you directions that go along with that lesson you just looked at. So for ELA, and I can go back to show you, for ELA you were supposed to read this Cats versus Dogs book. Well, here it says Cats versus Dog Persuasive Writing. So you will click on this, and you know what, since I'm a teacher here, it's going to be not what you'll see. So I'm actually going to go to Mrs. Petersdorf's class, where I am a student, and so this is what you will be seeing. Here I go to classwork and remote learning again, and here's Mrs. Petersdorf's Cat versus Dogs Persuasive Writing. So I'm going to click on that. It says you are going to write a paragraph convincing us cats are better. Remember, both Miss Altschul and I own and love dogs. Write your persuasive essay in your Google Classroom, and then we give you some ideas about how long your essay should be. So as the student, what you do is you click Add or Create, and then a Docs. It will create this docs for you, so you can type in your writing. And here I'm going to click on it. I type in my writing here, and then when I'm done, I click this Turn In button. Remember that, oh, that's okay, it's because I'm logged into my other Google account, but let's see if I can change that really quick. Okay. So this is what I was working on. I just had to switch Google accounts. So now I can hit Turn In. Oh goodness, technology. But just remember, it will work for you. Remember that you have to click in turn in twice to turn in your assignment. There should be another button around here that'll say turn in. So that is for ELA. And then coming back to our plan, for math, what you'll need to do then is, after you do Zearn, complete that problem set that can also be found in Google Classroom. So let me go back here. To Mrs. Petersdorf's class, where I'm a student, back to classwork, remote learning, and then here is where she has posted for Module 6, and it looks like she has Lesson 2 here, but she will change that. So here you can click on your work, and here are the problems. So you just type in, I was working on this earlier, type in your response, and then once you're done, you can submit it. So I've actually already turned this in, and that's why it won't let me edit it any further. But you will be able to turn it in absolutely no problem after you've completed these exit ticket problems. And remember, if you are in Mrs. Rodriguez's class, you won't be doing that for us. You'll have different assignments from her. All right, something else that I wanted to show you is here on the Flipgrid. We have loved watching all of your videos. Honestly, they've been entertaining, and it's just been so great to see all of your faces. What I've done is I've added this remote learning videos topic. It's going to go live tomorrow with the start of all of this remote learning, and it will be at the very top, so it will be easy to access. Anytime you complete something or want to show us something that you've done with your remote learning, you can record a video and submit it there. And remember, all of these are ways that Mrs. Petersdorf and I can see what your engagement is. So by turning in assignments to Google Classroom, you can email us, post what you did in Flipgrid, you can take pictures of your work and send it to us, you could show us during the Google Meets office hours, or even on Zearn we can see what lesson you're working on. There are so many ways for you to show us what you've been doing. And by you communicating with us consistently, that is how we know you're engaged. And so this is going to be a learning experience for all of us, but I am absolutely certain that you can do it. Third graders, you are so capable of completing all of these lessons. And Mrs. Petersdorf and I are proud of all the learning you've done even in these last few weeks. We are all in this together, and we are going to figure this out. So after a few weeks, the teachers are going to evaluate how all of this is going, and we'll be looking for your feedback. We'll be looking to see how you feel about this and what you like and what you think should be changed. But for now, this is how we're going to be the next couple of weeks. And as long as you are clicking each day to find that lesson and completing the different blocks that we're asking you to do, then you should be great. And this is going to be wonderful. We are here for you. We are working every single school day, and we want to hear from you. So if you have any problems, need any help, want any advice, please let us know. This is going to be exciting, and we can't wait to see all of the things that you turn in on Google Classroom, Flipgrid, or even just email. Again, let us know if you have any questions, and I have faith that we are going to get through this. It's going to be great. Miss you all, and hopefully we'll see you soon.